We are live in 3, 2, 1.
I think that will never happen to you or to someone close to you.
9 members of an Idaho family have died in a plane crash in South Dakota.
We are focused on making our roadways as safe as we possibly can.
How the Utah Department of Travel plans on keeping drivers safe during the dangerous winter road conditions.
And major safety changes to Bridal Veil Falls could have a big impact on the popular Utah sightseeing destination. Welcome to NewsLine. It's Tuesday, December 3rd. I'm Chris Jacobs.
And I'm Savannah Heckerhorst.
Utah County has big plans to fix up one of its biggest landmarks. Located just a few miles up Provo Canyon is a 607-foot tall waterfall that has been a favorite of Utah Valley residents for decades.
NewsLine reporter Eliza Fellows is at the falls to explain the plans to make Bridal Veil Falls safer for visitors. Eliza?
That's right, Savannah. Utah County Commissioners gave the green light on plans aimed to make Bridal Veil Falls safer and more convenient for visitors. Bridal Veil Falls lures hundreds of thousands of climbers, cyclists, sightseers, and joggers in the summers.
Should we climb up the waterfall?
Yes, we're going to climb all the way up.
But right now the falls are a quiet, snowy solace. For being such a well-trafficked spot, the County Commission admits amenities can be a little lacking. The county's been preparing for renovations ever since they purchased it nearly a half-decade ago.
If they do it right and stuff, then people will know what to do here and what not to do.
Now they're ready to take the next step in transforming talk into reality and have set aside $900,000 for the project. Last week, commissioners approved a conceptual plan that calls for separate bike and walking paths, pavilions, staircases, viewing areas, parking lots, and bathrooms.
Keep them safe, so that's good.
What you don't see in the plans is things that people often see during the summers. People have died climbing the falls and in the fast-moving waters of the Provo River.
I know a lot of people get hurt and people have fallen and actually died here, so.
This spot is one of Utah's gems, and they ultimately want it to be safer for all visitors. Now this plan is a conceptual plan, which means that it can change. But as of now, construction is expected to start this summer. Reporting live in Provo Canyon, I'm Eliza Fellows.
Thanks, Eliza.
The 2 people killed in a fall at Arches National Park have been identified. A 65-year-old man and 60-year-old woman were found dead after falling down the bowl area close to Delicate Arch, a popular hiking destination. The 2 dead are Toshiaki Amimoto and his wife Itoko Amimoto. Their son, a 30-year-old man, was injured and hospitalized. His condition as well as his identity are unknown. The Grand County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the accident.
The main suspect of a Thanksgiving Day shooting is dead under suspicious circumstances. South Jordan police say that Joshua Perez Garcia was found dead near his car in a residential construction site. Perez Garcia shot and injured 3 people last Thursday. Police are treating his death as suspicious. If you have any information about this incident, please call South Jordan authorities. Members of the family that were killed in Mexico last month met with Mexican President López Obrador. The LeBaron family met with Mexico's president to discuss the investigation of the murder of the 9 relatives who were killed in Sonora, Mexico last month. Adrian LeBaron spoke to reporters after the meeting and says the family is pleased with the advances in the investigation so far, but that it doesn't seem to be totally thorough. Mexican authorities say they have arrested people that are possibly linked to the murders.
A fatal airplane crash on Saturday left many grieving for the loss of family members and friends. NewsLine reporter Tori Gurr has more information on what happened to those in the crash.
I don't think he would want us to be mourning. I think he would want us to be about doing good and carrying the light he had with him instead of being sad that it's gone.
The National Transportation Safety Board began an investigation yesterday on a tragic plane crash in South Dakota. On November 30th, 12 members of the Hansen family boarded their private plane in Chamberlain, South Dakota. The flight was carrying 4 generations who had all gone on an annual hunting trip. According to the NTSB, the plane crashed 1 mile north of the airport, killing 9 members of the family and seriously injuring the other 3. One of the family members who died was Stockton Hansen, who recently returned from serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Norway.
The first thought that ran through my head when I figured out he died was what an amazing missionary he already is on the other side, and how much the Norwegian people need him right now, and he was the best. I think everyone in the Norway mission can say that Stockton had the most incredible faith
And I was in Bergen with him for over 6 months. So I saw him every single day. Like, we became super good friends. He's so happy, and like he's constantly thinking about other people, and he's always looking for ways to like lift other people up.
According to East Idaho News, the family issued a statement encouraging others to donate to Kiani Caring Hands, a foundation created by members of the family instead of sending them flowers. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Tori Gurr.
A substitute teacher was fired after berating a 5th grade student who said he was thankful for being adopted by his 2 dads.
So this just happened. We got a call from Daniel's school. The substitute teacher asked all the kids what they're thankful for, which is sweet, right? It's just before Thanksgiving. Well, Daniel, and I got choked up when he said it.
The situation happened at Deerfield Elementary in the Alpine District. The teacher asked students to share what they were thankful for. Students say that after the boy spoke, she lectured them on her view that homosexuality is wrong. 3 girls left to get the principal, and the teacher was escorted out. Father Luis Van Amstel, a former dancer on Dancing with the Stars, said on Twitter that his son was deeply hurt.
West High School has appointed a new interim principal today. Stacy Briggs will replace Ford White during his investigation. White was put on administrative leave after he gave several drunk students a ride home from school property. White's leave has been met with controversy. 2 weeks ago, hundreds of students walked out of class in support of him. It is unclear how long Briggs will serve as principal or if White will return to West High School. Utah Highway Patrol troopers responded to almost 600 car crashes on Thanksgiving week. Out of the 598 reported crashes, there have been 4 fatalities and 10 troopers hit. Officials say that no trooper has been injured, but Utah Highway Patrol is encouraging the public to drive carefully during winter conditions. UHP encourages drivers to move off the roadway for minor incidents, to slow down and to move over for emergency lights, and to be aware that emergency lights mean a problem on the road ahead. Over half of the crashes have been between Payson and Ogden.
Troopers have identified the 3 people who were killed in a crash in southern Utah on Sunday. The victims are Arturo Torres, Renee Cobain, and Laura Cobain Rodriguez. UHP reported the van was traveling north on SR 89 when it swerved into oncoming traffic, hitting an SUV. The 3 in the SUV died on impact while the driver of the van was taken to Dixie Regional Hospital. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
The holiday season is filled with cheer for many, but the woes of winter can cause issues for Utah drivers. NewsLine's reporter Madeline Reber joins us now. Maddie, what makes the Utah driving so difficult?
Yeah, so as winter rolls in, the streets become wetter, and Utah drivers find the roads a little bit harder to drive on. Annalise is an out-of-state college student. She says she has never lived somewhere where the roads are so invisible once moisture hits the ground.
They are not reflective at all. You can't see where the lanes are.
And it's not just Annalise. I did a small social media poll revealing 90% of Utah drivers feel unsafe in wet conditions. Utah roads lack visibility on wet days due to non-reflective lane markers. Utah averages at 87 days of moisture a year. So why does the state with the quote, best snow on earth have some of the worst wet road visibility? Jeff Dupay with UDOT says there are lots of reasons.
Certain types of applications just won't work in Utah.
Our snowy state can't use traditional reflective pavement markers like these because of the plows that remove snow. The UDOT snow truck blades would rip them right out. More of the residential areas in Utah have painted lane markers like the ones behind me. The ones on the freeway, however, are a little bit different. Take a look at these pictures. This is a typical Utah highway lane strip. The elevated pattern has glass beads that provide reflection, but the moment the grooves fill up with water, the reflection is gone. Paint solutions might help, but they're very expensive, and in Utah, the paint would wear off fast, costing taxpayers a lot of money. Other states seem to face the same issue, but UDOT is constantly looking for better solutions.
We are focused on making our roadways as safe as we possibly can.
But Annalise says that most of her snow driving experience,
It's the blind leading the blind at this point.
yeah, so for now, UDOT just asks that everyone drive a little bit safer to make holiday travel a little bit more joyful. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Madeline Reber.
Thanks, Maddie.
The Cougars and ESPN have agreed to a contract extension.
That's right. We'll tell you how long the deal is and what else it includes.
This does not look like the Jazz team we saw a little while ago.
The Jazz rough road trip continues. We'll show you what went wrong and the tough tests ahead.
Typhoon Kamuri makes landfall in the Philippines. What damage has been done and how the country is recovering.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
BYU and ESPN agreed on a 7-year deal to televise BYU's home football games.
The deal will be in effect starting next season.
That's a backwards pass. It's a trick play. It is set up wide open into the end zone.
The deal runs through the 2026 season and guarantees BYU a bowl game when they are eligible. BYU has been in negotiations with ESPN about a contract extension for more than a year. The Cougars' deal with ESPN started in 2011 when they went independent. Real Salt Lake's search for a head coach and general manager seems to be coming to a close. The club will hold a press conference at Rio Tinto Stadium today at 1 p.m. The press conference comes a day after trading forward Brooks Lennon to Atlanta United. Those being announced will be available to the media following the press conference.
The Jazz East Coast trip got even worse Monday night as they fell to the Sixers 103-94.
Pass intercepted for the fifth Sixer turnover. Leave it to Matisse Thybulle. Up for Simmons, who slams for 10.
Rudy Gobert led all scorers with 27, but the rest of the Jazz starters were inefficient. Utah struggled from 3, shooting 22% behind the arc. Tobias Harris led the charge for the Sixers with 26 points. The Jazz dropped to 12-9, with the Lakers coming to Salt Lake City tomorrow night.
With the popularity of Uber and Lyft, the face of transportation is changing.
See how UTA's new pilot microtransit service could further change the way we get to where we need to be.
And Typhoon Kamuri has major airports shutting down and tens of thousands of people evacuated.
Plus, Utah is ringing in the holiday season with our heavy haze in the atmosphere. Coming up, I'll let you know how long this hazy weather will last and how incoming rain and snow could impact your week. The full forecast is next.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack.
Tommy?
Go get him.
Don't stop. Keep playing. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Did you do this?
Great job.
Encouragement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Typhoon Kamuri struck the Philippines late Monday after thousands were forced to evacuate their homes.
Kenzie McGuire is here with more. Kenzie, how much damage has this typhoon already caused?
Streets are flooded, homes are destroyed, and 4 people have been declared dead after Typhoon Kamuri hit the Philippines. Typhoon Kamuri, locally known as Tisoy, made landfall on the southeastern part of Luzon, the Philippines' most populous island, on Monday night. Authorities in the Albay province evacuated 100,000 people in anticipation of the storm, with many people finding shelter in malls. The Category 4 storm's heavy rain and winds of nearly 130 miles per hour forced Manila to shut down its international airport. Schools throughout the region were closed for a second day in a row, and multiple power lines were drowned. And all of this is happening as the Philippines host the 2019 Southeast Asian SEA Games. They posted on their Instagram saying even a typhoon can't extinguish the SEA Games flame, with the cauldron's flame in New Clark City still burning despite this typhoon. Some regions, though, aren't as lucky. We have footage of people trying to get their vehicles through this rain. You can see that the water is coming up to some people's knees. And we have people like James explaining that their businesses are suffering from some serious damage. As you can see, the top floor of his hotel took a major beating from Typhoon Kamuri last night. And other people are showing pictures of the massive waves and flooding happening on streets and inside their homes. And the worst part is that this storm is still hitting. The storm is supposed to continue across Luzon and veer south into South China Sea tomorrow morning, and we're just hoping everyone stays safe.
Well, check out this snowy waterfall. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here. This video comes from Multnomah Falls in Oregon, just along the Columbia River and the northwest up there. They woke up to heavy snow this weekend, and this waterfall just couldn't contain all of that snow, so it's fallen down. What a way to welcome in the start of December, but here in Utah, we're celebrating December with something a little bit different. We've got haze and a few potential snow flurries on our way. So let me walk you through our next storm system. You can see right here, we're going to have a few days and maybe some rain snow mix. So this is going to come up from the south. It's going to be very quick, Wednesday night into Thursday. Then over the weekend, after this storm leaves, we're going to have a storm from up here come make its way down into the valley again, giving us a little bit more moisture. This is going to be closer to Saturday and Sunday. Today across Utah, though, our temperatures are looking pretty normal until this storm hits. Logan, you're at 37 degrees, 20 tonight, chilly there. Salt Lake City, you're at 40 degrees, and then 25 tonight, the same as Provo. Richfield, though, down there at 28 degrees. You'll be at 46 for the day, and St. George, 55 and 42. So St. George, you're going to get some wild weather in the next few days. So let me show you this. Tomorrow, you're going to be getting some more rain. You already got a lot from our last storm. You're not going to see a lot of sun Thursday, Friday. It's going to be very cloudy, mostly because of that haze, and you've got these storms just hanging out. Then Saturday and Sunday, those storms are going to stay. 54 degrees on Saturday, 51 on Sunday, so it's going to be rainy down there. Here in northern Utah, though, our storms are going to be a little bit different. We could have some rain tomorrow, and then Thursday's our better chance for snow, but it's going to be light, just a few flurries here and there. Friday is going to be clear, but we'll have that haze, so it's not really leaving because the system isn't cold enough. 43 degrees on Saturday, 41 on Sunday. So not a beautiful weekend, but maybe some colder weather into the weekend will finally clear out that haze, but we'll have to see. So make sure you take those precautions and stay safe out there from the inversion. But Chris, I'll send it back to you.
Brigham Young University brings old-time pioneer Yuletide spirit with a special Christmas in Nauvoo event. Bella Erickson joined in the celebration at the Education in Zion exhibit last night.
Education in Zion is a hidden gem.
This is about Christmas in Nauvoo, so it's kind of a celebration of just how the pioneers celebrated the season.
We've got something for everyone. We've got Santa, we've got crafts.
So we are making crafts for our Christmas in Nauvoo activity. Some of them are more pioneer themed than others. So we have like rag dolls that are angels and shepherds, and they like bring to mind something that the pioneers would have, right, with their just simple cloth, but they're beautiful ornaments and fun to make.
I usually don't dance in public. But the pioneer dancing we do here is fun because you don't have to know anything about it or be any good at dancing to have fun with it. I volunteered to teach the dance this year, the Virginia Reel. It's a folk dance that dates back to like the 17th century. It has Scottish origins, and a lot of our history became a really common dance in a lot of different countries, including the United States.
I've actually never been to this event before because last year it was Like this whole gallery was being rebuilt, and it is so much fun. I love the music and all of the ornaments and treats and all the people that are here just having a good time.
It's fun to see that Christmas, some things are different, but a lot of the ways we celebrate are the same. It's still centered on family and on Christ and on having that faith and light in our lives. We have one more run of Christmas in Nauvoo. We'll do it on the 9th as well. But the gallery is up all year, so people can always come in and learn more about the pioneers. Pioneers are the best.
The Utah Avalanche Center is kicking off its first ever Avalanche Awareness Week.
This is how we're going to get avalanches.
The Utah Avalanche Center hopes the week will minimize the number of avalanche deaths this winter. Utahns can attend free safety classes on backcountry exploration, skiing, and snowmobiling. There are also intro-level classes on avalanche companion rescue. 4 Utah ski resorts are backing out of proposed land swaps that would have reserved some of their mountainside terrain for conservation. The resorts made the decision after saying their lands on the steep slopes are worth so much less that they would have to trade 100 to 200 acres for a single acre near the bases. Some critics of the land swaps considered them land grabs that would benefit the ski resorts and not help the environment much.
Decorating Christmas trees is a famous holiday tradition. For those at the Festival of Trees, it can also be a way to help make a difference in a child's life. Mandy Welker is in Sandy to tell us more about the festival.
The Mountain America Expo Center is hosting the 49th year of Festival of Trees. Festival of Trees is an annual nonprofit event that raises money to support kids at the Primary Children's Hospital. This 4-day event starts on Wednesday, December 4th till Saturday, December 7th. Festival of Trees is considered to be one of the largest indoor displays of Christmas trees in the world. Participants can explore decorated gingerbread houses, centerpieces, quilts, and wreaths. Families can watch live entertainment, get photos with Santa, visit gift shops, or enjoy hot scones and sweet rolls. This year, Brigham Young University has once again donated a BYU-themed playhouse for the festival's Playhouse Plaza section.
I am always so impressed by the generosity of our community. It is amazing.
The Den is a 9-foot by 11-foot playhouse designed by BYU Facilities Planning and Design and constructed by BYU Physical Facilities and Construction Management students.
And this year, BYU added a suite.
This playhouse is dedicated to some of the women's sports teams at BYU.
This is a gift of love from Brigham Young University and Physical Facilities to Primary Children's Hospital and the Festival of Trees. The men and women that work with us love doing this, and it's a privilege to be part of it.
The festival is in need of some Cougar fans to help during their silent auction Tuesday, December 3rd. Tickets are $20 and are available for purchase at festivalofTreesUtah.org. All proceeds will go to the Primary Children's Hospital.
Walking in a winter wonderland isn't all that it's cracked up to be, especially when your feet are freezing and you've got a long way to go. But UTA's new pilot microtransit service might keep carless college students and commuters warm. NewsLine reporter Juliet Favero tells us more about UTA On Demand.
In these cold winter months, some people are riding high in their heated car with seat warmers. But what about those of us who only have 2 feet to get us from here to there, or bus routes that only go so far? Well, there's a new pilot program that might help.
Move over, Uber and Lyft. There's a new taxi car driving company. There's a word for it. There's a new one in town.
Utah Transit Authority is teaming up with VIA to introduce a new ride-hailing, ride-sharing service pilot program in some cities south of Salt Lake. Similar to other companies like Uber or Lyft, UTA On Demand transports riders to local destinations, but also connects to other transit services like the Frontrunner station, all in a timely manner and for an affordable price. Rides will be $1 per person up until December 31st, and then $2.50 afterwards, the same price as bus fare.
Like, the buses don't reach far enough most places. Like, it's okay in Provo, but everywhere else, like, if the public transport had more options, we would use more options.
VIA is trying this pilot service in several cities across the country. For Utah, you can currently catch a ride in Bluffdale, Draper, Harriman, and South Jordan. To order a ride, you just download the VIA app, put in your location and destination, request a ride, say hi to your driver, and go.
It was really inexpensive, and I think it'll be great for college students if it ever gets its way to Provo. I think it would be awesome.
You can use a card or UTA tickets or passes to pay. So if you're in the area, you can try out this new microtransit service and let them know what you think at the link. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Juliet Favero.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3.
That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
A surfing second grader was sideswiped by a shark. Check out this video.
This was captured off New Smyrna Beach in South Florida, where the boy was out surfing with his father. You can see the face of the boy change as he notices the shark right before it bumps into his board. It is believed to be a black-tip reef shark, and neither it nor the boy were injured. Can you imagine? He's going to have a story to tell his classmates.
Well, like that
He
shark's
acted
probably,
calmly.
I mean, it's a smaller shark, but it's still got to be at least as big as he is.
Yeah. I've got to say, for how much I've surfed, I would have been paralyzed if something like that happened to me.
Thanks for joining us today for Newsline.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website. And have a good day.